The main things that come to my mind when I think about FGM is violation of the rights of girls and women, and also a limitation on her life in terms of what she can do in regards to her sexual and reproductive health. I also think that it's a grave injustice because it means that girls don't have a chance to really fulfill their greatest potential as a result of having this practice done to them. And I also think when I hear of FGM, I think about all the girls that have undergone it and all the activists who are fighting against it and what they are doing across the world to ensure that it no longer continues. And when I hear FGM, I think we need to put an end to this, and it needs to stop, and it needs to stop.
Les mutilations génitales féminines ou l'excision comme c'est communément appelé dans nos pays francophones, moi ça me renvoie seulement à la douleur, à la souffrance, à l'exclusion, à des complications de santé pour ces filles. Vraiment, pour moi, ça rime avec la souffrance de la jeune fille qui perd une partie d'elle-même qu'elle ne pourra plus retrouver et qui devra affronter d'autres difficultés dans sa santé sexuelle, dans sa vie familiale et même dans son intégration au sein de la société, que ce soit sur le plan social et économique.
What do I think about FGM? FGM, first of all, it is one of the greatest barriers that restricts girls from achieving education, and also it is a passage for gender equality, human rights violation, and child abuse of young women and girls. FGM is not a tradition. FGM has no space in this 21st century. When people mention, usually as an activist, I tell people that back home in my county, the prevalence rate of FGM is 90%, they are shocked because who really practices FGM in the 21st century? Why do you have to cut a woman's part for her to feel belonged in a society, for her to be faithful to her husband? All these ideas and myth behind FGM is just absurd. FGM is a human rights violation, FGM is a child abuse, and there is no space for FGM in my society and in this generation.
Well, when we talk about FGM, the first thing that comes to my mind is actually hurting people. When I talk about FGM, the first thing that comes to my mind is other girls out there that have suffered this, the female genital mutilation. I come from a society that does not practice FGM, but also I've seen a few of my friends go through these practices, and I've also seen a countable number of them actually suffer the consequences. So when people talk about FGM, I feel like I've been mutilated myself, because I believe that whatever affects my friends affects me, whether indirectly or directly. So FGM basically just summarizes people trying to use culture to make women feel inferior or try to make men feel superior over women.
Quand j'entends parler de MGF, de mutilation génitale féminine, je pense que la première chose à laquelle je pense, c'est l'atteinte à l'intégrité physique d'une femme. Donc c'est la première chose à laquelle je pense. Je pense à un traumatisme, je pense à des conséquences, je pense à autant de facteurs négatifs qui vraiment nous rend plus sensibles à la question et nous augmente notre engagement pour lutter contre ce phénomène-là. Et voilà, c'est tout le sens de l'engagement que nous avons au niveau de nos pays, et pour arriver à mettre fin aux mutilations génitales.
According to me, FGM is violation of human rights. This is a situation where a small girl somewhere in the village is robbed her freedom of going to school. She is told that she is ripe for marriage after being cut, which is a very small age, and the girl loses direction. The girl just does things that it wasn't out of her wish, and she ends up getting married very small. She ends up living a life that maybe it's not a life that they really wanted, because poverty, they have not gone to school, they don't have work, they can't support their families, so they live a miserable life. And again, it's painful. They're all things that we put the girl through. When giving birth, the girl goes through a lot of trauma, and this is something that should end. According to me, when I hear FGM, my heart pains so much, and I feel like this thing needs to end. It has to end, and I will do anything to end it.
FGM, I won't really call it bad. I don't want to call. I want to say the do no harm strategy. FGM, most people don't really know why they practice FGM. Most people feel because my grandmother did it, I have to do it. I have to do it to my child. So they don't really know the medical implication for FGM. But with the advocacy and campaign and everything going on ending FGM, I feel if you tell people more, enlighten them on the bad part of FGM, the causes of FGM, I mean what FGM can cause, I feel they can actually backtrack, think about it and stop. So I feel if we put more effort, the youths, the policymakers, I mean make FGM, make people know that okay, this is FGM and this is what it causes and this is what goes around with FGM. I feel we can actually end FGM. So if we can put more efforts into ending FGM, I feel yeah we can. And involving the youths, giving grants to grassroots organizations, doing so many things. I mean, we're already doing so many things. In Nigeria, the youth network has grown, and all members of the youth network have actually done so many things on ending FGM. We have so many stories of change, positive stories where you hear a mother coming to, when she attends the meeting, she comes and tells you, since I've attended this campaign, now I've heard what FGM can cause. I can't tell my daughter, or I can't take my daughter to the courting house. You know, I mean, so many positive stories from FGM. So I feel FGM can actually it's a gradual process. So I feel FGM can actually be eradicated. So it's a normal process.